There's no like saying it how it is. Thanks, Len. It's now a great privilege to welcome Rebecca Long-Bailey. Rebecca is Shadow Minister for Business and Energy and Industrial Strategy. And by Christ, when she's in power, she'll do a better job than the current mob. Rebecca.
Speech. Hey! Well, it's an absolute honour to be here, and as you all know, Maris was a mining term for workmates to whom you entrusted your life, and so it's also special to me to come after Len and go before Jeremy, two of the greatest Maras of our movement. But as Jeremy, Len and every single one of you in this field know, our dreams only exist because of the sacrifice and the sheer grit of those true working class heroes who went before us. The miners, the Shrewsbury 24, the blacklisted, the dockers, the workers from all industries fighting the ravages of rampant greed. They weren't just fighting against injustice, comrades. They were fighting for the very soul of socialism. And their fight continues today. Whether it's the Unite workers standing up for their comrades at Colloids, whether it's the GMB workers at Asda fighting for equal pay, and all workers from all trade unions in this field today. We stand on their shoulders and the shoulders of the giants that went before them. Now in 1985, the late great Davy Hopper and Davy Guy became the leadership of the Durham miners. That legacy they helped build upon has stood the test of time, and since 1871 our movement has come together here to celebrate our achievements and continue our fight. Now, as well as being a city known for its engineering and the docks, Salford, where I'm from, shout out to Salford District Labour Party over there, the birthplace of socialism, I'll have you know. But we were also part of the Lancashire coalfield, and I'm proud that every year the Labour Party in Salford comes to carry their banner with pride at the big meeting. And as the story goes, the Salford Labour banner was the first non-miners banner sanctioned by the NUM to march at the gala during the mid-70s. Our banner has joined the miners at the gala now for nearly 50 years, and every year we march past the County Hotel, we turn the banner to face the balcony, and it's bowed in salute of the leaders of our Even the UN, for God's sake, have said that this government's policies have resulted in the systematic immiseration of our people. They said that the glue that held together British society since the Second World War has been deliberately removed. So the government should be ashamed. But worse than that, they're not ashamed. They're ripping up our post-war consensus, and they're tearing to shreds the promise that the role of government was the betterment of the people. Well, they're frightened of us, you know. And you know why they're frightened of us. They're frightened of us because we have a leader who stirs the soul of every person within our communities with the moral drive and passion to deliver the quality of life our people deserve. We have a shadow chancellor with the razor-sharp intellect to rebuild our economy from the ground up for our people. We have a shadow cabinet full of those real heroes who lived lived and breathed the industrial fights of the past from the pits to the factory floor. But you know what frightens them even more than that, comrades? They thought that in the 1980s, Thatcher had killed our movement. They thought that once that generation of workers was replaced, socialism would be no more. But they didn't realise the children of those workers watched their parents. They learned. They watched as their families' lives were torn apart and their communities were ripped to shreds. And they became angry. And now they're in the shadow cabinet too. But the one thing that really frightens them more than anything else, and you know what that is? That's you. Hundreds of thousands of millions of people across Great Britain who have the hope and the passion for a socialist future. And together we believe in socialism and we will be unstoppable. Now we're taking back control of our economy with missions not just to tackle the big issues of our time like climate change, but we're turning them into hundreds of thousands of jobs, transforming entire deindustrialised regions while we're doing it with the technologies of the future. We're making sure our public services are properly funded, building council houses and delivering cradle-to-grave education. We're making sure our workers have the collective strength they always should have had, reversing Tory anti-trade union laws, putting workers on board, giving trade unions access to every workplace and rolling out sectoral collective bargaining. And let's not forget one of my favourite bits of what we're doing. We're bringing our public utilities, water, energy networks, railways and Royal Mail into public ownership. Comrades, we're closer to power now than ever before, and don't the establishment know it? The attacks are ramping up, but somebody once said, even if you're in a minority of one, the truth is still the truth. Well, we know what the truth is, and when I look out at this sea of faces today, I tell you what, we're not a minority of one. And as a former Vice President of the NUM, Mick McGahey, once said, they'll stop chasing you when you stop running, and we're not running anywhere. Solidarity!